Jane Eyre is a novel by the English writer Charlotte Brontë. It was published under her pen name Currer Bell on October 19, 1847 by Smith, Elder and Company of London. The novel traces the journey of its titular character as she matures into adulthood and navigates her deep, complex love for Mr. Rochester, the enigmatic master of Thornfield Hall. All right, so a couple months ago, also during my AP Literature unit, I'm planning to do reviews for all the books that I read during high school, but also during that AP Lit unit, our class read Jane Eyre, which is just a fantastic novel, glorious book. And yeah, I mean, I enjoyed reading it. October 19th, by the way, the date that was published in 1847, October 19th is my birth date, so that's pretty cool. Quick fun fact. And yeah, I mean, just the fact that she published the book under a male pseudonym name, Currer Bell. First of all, you know, it sucks to have to be able to do that, but of course, gender norms were a lot different back in the 1800s. But to me, that just, it not only signified a better chance for the book to be published, but it also, if you think about it, allowed the novel to be judged by its brilliance as opposed to having these preconceived prejudices and misguided conceptions if you were to know that this was published by a woman back in the 1800s. So it's nice to know that, you know, the publishers and the audiences, they presumably thought it was from a man, but that just allowed them to actually appreciate the brilliance in this text, because this is a very brilliantly written book. Some may call like the female version of David Copperfield in a way, but yeah, I mean, just brilliant overall. Jane Eyre is hailed as a favorite, deeply cherished by readers of various ages. Myself, I read this when I was like 17, but of course you have older generations appreciating this book as well. And it definitely inspires rereads. I've read this book twice now, and it just has a lasting emotional impact every single time I finish it. The novel evokes a wide range of emotions, from heartbreak to thrills to hope to fear to romantic love, just making it powerful and a very immersive read throughout. Jane Eyre's transformation into this self-aware, independent woman, I think, is celebrated as a symbol of strength nowadays, a symbol of resilience and just personal growth. But it's also beyond just being a feminist icon. You could just, on a surface level, you could just see this as like a feminist novel just meant to promote feminist themes. But I think Jane just stands as a role model to anyone seeking to claim their worth or to fight for their rights. Jane, you know, she goes on a journey of self-discovery. And also what I love about this novel, Charlotte Brontë utilizes the first-person narrative. And to me, that not only creates a higher degree of intimacy with Jane's character, but it also just allows us to sort of explore that journey of self-discovery with her. And the writing style overall just seamlessly blends emotional depth with structural brilliance, transporting us as readers to this vivid bygone era. And the novel, of course, like I already mentioned, has sparked a lasting appreciation for classical literature, and it holds sentimental value as a personal treasure as well. I think this is a book that should be in everybody's, you know, like shelves and libraries that they have at home. This is just one of those books that is generational and symbolic in its own right. And yeah, I mean, the story itself, I think, is very compelling. It's filled with twists and rich character development. It's also like a fantastical love story, but it's all underpinned by strong feminist themes, like I mentioned. And yeah, I mean, I will say though, despite its brilliance, I'm just gonna give my rating here right now, but I will speak after this as well. It's not like my final words. I'm gonna give Jane Eyre a 9 out of 10. And why I'm not giving it a 10 is because despite its brilliance, I'm gonna reserve giving it the 5th star just because, like, it's a dumb reason, but there are greater literary discoveries in my opinion. And I feel like I should hold space for that, you know, 5 stars for those like greater discoveries. And also because I did, when reading this in school, and maybe because it was in school and You know, I hate having to do homework for like books and stuff, but I did have my initial reservations while reading Jane Eyre. It always felt like it was meant to be this thing you just analyze and annotate, and it really became like a textbook for me as opposed to a book. So I think because I was in that school mindset, I wasn't fully able to appreciate it. So yeah, I mean, there's some reason as to why I'm not giving it a 10. But I think also, you know, there were certain plot points belabored here and there. Few sections seemed to drag as well. But yeah, I mean, because of just maybe some slow sections and because of my own initial resignations, and because I think that there are greater literary discoveries in the world, I'm going to be giving it a 9. But yeah, but at the end of the day, the story of Jane Eyre is larger than the book itself. I think it will be continued to be used as a sort of reference point for future authors and for future readers, and also just future generations that of like different medias and different novels and literary works. You know, Jane Eyre will continue to serve as that inspiration and sort of that groundwork for feminist literature and just for, I don't know, just like for relatable literature as well. I mean, like I said, Jane Eyre is not just a model for like women or young women, but a model for anybody who is trying to make a name for themselves and trying to discover their identity. Yeah, I mean, this is genuinely a book of its time and of all time as well. So that's pretty much it. Hope you enjoyed. See ya.